Glad to see that our job is going to be easier on this side compared to the other side of the river. Bill checked out the gradual slope of the cliff. Hannah frowned. It's weird how there's a slope. I think it would be similar to the other side. Likely, a monster climbed the cliff and caused it to crumble. If enough of them were heading the same way, then eventually it would probably cause the slope to occur. Candace shrugged. Maybe whatever caused the slope is still deeper in the forest? Brooke asked. Bill shuddered at what the twins were talking about. He looked at them. Could we not insert that image into my mind? I prefer not thinking about some massive monster just stomping around in the forest. Claire grinned at Bill's reaction. She looked at Hannah, who had a similar look. Giggling, Hannah said, Maybe it's like a giant cow. Something that won't hurt us. Thinking of a cow, Claire couldn't help but think of steaks. It had been ages since they've eaten any foods that were normal. All the food seemed to come from monsters on this side of the portal. Though the food served in the underground city was delicious, she couldn't help but miss eating the typical food when living at her home. Claire began walking with everyone towards the slope. Though it was something to be concerned about, at the moment, there was nothing they could do. Upon stepping on the slope, Claire looked at the cliff and imagined the amount of work it would be to climb it. Instead, they just need to walk up a steady incline. The slope was so easy that they soon reached the top. That was too easy. Bill grinned. If you want a challenge, we could always wait for you as you climb the cliff. Tommy grinned at his brother. Laughing, Bill kept walking deeper into the forest. We better get going so we can get the guild the info they need. Completely ignoring Tommy's teasing. Tommy chuckled at Bill's attitude at doing more strenuous work. The first thing that Claire noticed was how the trees were close together. Is it just me, or are there more trees? It's also darker, Astrid commented. Turning ahead, Frida said, I also sense that the energy in the air is denser. She frowned at the realization. Bill looked to everyone else. I'm not really feeling any different. How about all of you? Though she could feel what Frida was talking about, Claire agreed with Bill. The way she could describe it was a sensation of something pressing down on her. Claire imagined that if the energy was any denser, the act of breathing would be harder. You doing okay? Candace looked at Claire, worry on her face. Claire nodded her head. I'm feeling fine. Though everyone else thought that her and Hannah's levels were lower than 10, they were actually at the same level as the twins. This meant that the heavier feeling was as oppressive as it would be on Bill. If Bill could handle the new environment, then she and Hannah would be fine. Just speak up if you start feeling differently, Brooke said, looking equally concerned. She turned to Hannah. You too. Thanks, Brooke. I will. Hannah smiled. She eyed Claire. Claire nodded, understanding what Hannah was saying. With how their bodies had changed, the new environment would likely be beneficial to them. Even walking around could cause them to reach level 20. The energy seemed to be at a level that their body could handle well. unlike if they were to jump into an area meant for level 30. Under such circumstances, player imagine that it would be like when they ate the food on the second level of the dining area. Their bodies wouldn't be able to take in and process the energy fast enough. Be careful as we continue further into this area, Abby told the group. The moment you start feeling a headache forming, be vocal about it. Tommy added,